previous game where you're now in this position where both of your supports are very squishy. Rubik Silencer, you don't do anything until much later into the game. There's not a ton of great steals for the Rubik, and you just feed all game to pretty much everything that NiP has to offer. And to your point about Nisha, like I would counter with like Fada, man. I feel like he's been underperforming for this entire season, and I want to see him return to form, but he just doesn't seem comfortable on the role that NiP has put him in. This is his third Huskar game.
Yeah.
And I think Fada, you know, Razor, Puck, Quap, Viper, you know, all these heroes that are dead and unpickable.
I want to see more back on the Beastmasters if you can make him viable. Like the stunning initiators, the ones who can be the big playmakers and the positioners. Where Huskar is kind of like, I'm going to jump in as long as I can armlet toggle and my friends are with me, I'm all okay. Yeah. And they've actually switched up the lanes a little bit too, so they're actually going to run Fada as that like classic mid. Mind Control is heading towards the bottom lane. And then up towards top is going to be the PL.
Yeah, I just want to point out in base where Fada's standing, this was from some guy on Reddit that had 10 comments. He taught everyone how to block properly on Radiant again. And by standing in that square, you actually get all 4 Radiant creeps to line up in a row. Fada wasn't doing this in Ahnberg, but he is now. So shout out to that dude.
I think that gives him the advantage. So far, Puppy's already doing the block for mid one. Mid one will take it over, and we'll see who has that high ground advantage.
Yeah, this is definitely a better matchup than I think Kunkka was, but at the same time, I feel like this is Huskar favored.
As long as he can get the hits, and the creep wave is exactly in the middle, so nobody gets an advantage. Mind Control will be on the bottom, and it looks like Centaur's managed to get himself matched up against Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, this is... I think this is what you want. It's tough for me to get a read on these lanes because I feel like the NiP supports are just better in a lot of ways, but we'll see. I haven't seen Weaver support in a game like this where there's no like strength hero you're playing with. But at the same time, the bugs plus a Prophet and a Blightstone on that Prophet is pretty effective.
Oh, Yapso's being a real pain in the butt. He's done this pull through so many times. And Saxa came over to try and stop him, or at least do some level of damage to try and slow him down.
That's well done. Yeah, this is, I mean, Yapso just does this every game. Part of the reason I didn't like that Band-Aid fix of not being able to pull that first creep wave, all these teams, they just pull second creep wave now. It doesn't really change the way the lane is played, it just...
It's like I just harass for a little bit, and then I'll move into the side lane. Oh, okay. Puppy's doing a really good job of trying to zone out PPD on the top lane. Makes it difficult for Ace to actually stand forward and be a real player against Nisha. Now the Metamorphosis is weared off, like Ace may feel a little bit more comfortable there. But getting cursed up and having the glaive harassment, yep, well, goodbye mid lane. Fada, you wanted him to step up, he gets the kill over on mid one.
Yep.
That's a good start.
I think that's just another death where, yeah, obviously Fada punishes, but mid one's still playing the lane properly, and that once you hit the point of no return, you have too many stacks on you, you just have to try and go for the kill, because at the very least you'll deal enough damage to force equitable regen purchase by the opposing mid player. And oh, Yapsor.
Yep, he's having a crack towards Fada, and Fada is, well, he thought he was safe underneath the tower, but a double damage rune, Rubik rotates over, causes problems.
Mid one desperately pushing out the creep wave now, like, I gotta get my CS while I can.
Weaver's doing a good job of just trying to keep Zai out of this bottom lane. It's still 5 CS for the Centaur. And just running your Treants into it doesn't seem to be as, well,
yeah, the big problem is, look top, man. Look at the CS disparity. This is just Nisha gaming right here. Last game, he somehow managed to beat a tri-lane Terrorblade's CS with Morphling after a heavy pressure. He is bodying Ace top lane.
I think it's also a lot of the pressure that Puppy's been applying. Like, he's keeping PPD well out of the lane. And he's been a real nuisance to Ace. Like, I think Ace has thrown 1 lance at Nisha. The rest of them have gone the way of Puppy. And they're just tick charging this up. As now, oh, there's your rotation coming in from Sark. So they want the kill onto Puppy, and they will be able to claim it. So they'll remove that Thorn in their side. But at the same time, I'm seeing another Thorn coming in towards mid lane. We'll see if mid one is able to get enough of the hits up on the Jingu Mastery against Fada.
This is a very risky maneuver because you always have to be concerned about the Furiant's teleport back in. They'll know he just cycled out, though.
Here's the
Mind
pickup.
Control's bomb.
Couple of hits, that's 3, that's 4. The heavy damage with a slap down.
Wow.
One more will do it. And mid one with the Monkey King. Sometimes you can think he's a range hero with the length of his stick.
Yeah, I thought they'd have damage issues, but Huskar's got 1 armor, and that's a lot of physical damage. I actually think he might have made a mistake here on Fada, not going for like an Aquila or maybe even a chainmail, just so you have some sort of armor playing up against a Monkey King.
Oh, Yapso's going to come in again. He's got Illusion Rune. The Radiant Observer, well, this time around, however, we'll see it, but it doesn't stop Fada from trying to keep the creep wave away from his tier 1 tower. He needs to keep that equilibrium on his side.
And bear in mind, the style of this game, the tempo needs to favor NiP if they want to win. And so far, their lanes are not going well. You need PL to just be able to play topside for this entire game. Furion as well. Like, these heroes will fall off if they can't maintain the advantage and take towers.
Yeah, but this is also Mind Control's Furion. Like, I am never underestimating this hero, and Zaya's gonna be really careful not to feed the beast.
Well played TP out from the App Store mid lane. He bought a Fairy Fire in base and used it, or he would have died. It was really cool.
Rotations up towards top as the 5-minute runes are about to come. Ace just wants to doppelganger himself away. PPD is coming closer too, but so is Saksa. Puppey begins his own TP all the way back to base, so the supports are gone. Mind Control. As I was able to get the bounty rune on bottom, but that's still going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of NiP for the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like, I don't actually know what lane Furion wants to play into now. It's very difficult to TP anywhere, and you're no longer at a point where you can really win this lane bottom by yourself. Zai's got the Ring of Health, and as soon as he hits 6, that turnaround potential, I mean, Furion just feeds if he's caught. Any +1 lands the kill. And the 2 supports of Secret, we were talking about how easy they are to abuse. They don't feel pressured at all.
Yes, when you leave cores behind though, like Nisha's up here by himself. Support's finally coming in the form of Yapsor, picks up PPD, throws him down. A quick curse from Puppey, and PPD just TPs away to safety. Almost feels like we're playing against Bloodseekers at the moment. I'm under attack, just TP away.
Mm-hmm. This is down bottom. Zai's almost pulled even with the Furion in CS. That's very impressive.
Weaver able to actually steal the regeneration rune away from mid 1, and with the compile, Fada, way too much damage for him. That Boundless Strike really hurt from mid 1, and he almost gets the secondary hit he needed in to get the kill. Yapsor does his own TP out, and once again, all the way back to base, Mind Control leaves the bottom lane, and they instantly want to add this early pressure as what we're looking for from NiP.
And I like this move. As soon as Mind Control hits 6, he TPs. He hits that before Zai did.
Wrath of Nature, he hadn't. I didn't realize he had so many 1-charges. Got his life back up again, so Ace can't finish the job.
This is really well done.
I think Puppey's actually looking for a wraparound kill, but there's this dive on mid lane. Team NiP.
They have Stampede, but they have nothing beefy enough to really get in the face of a Huskar and a Prophet. Top lane, Nisha's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's trying to stay alive, but with that Weaver bug latched firmly to his bum, he could not get out. Yeah. Now they jump in towards mid lane. Mid 1, able to get that big slap down. Fada, is that enough burning? Mid 1 is dropping very, very low, and yep, it will be the trip, but he gets the kill. He actually kills Fada before Fada kills him. Yeah, saw the Burning Spear, won't kill him either.
They made that move because they knew Mind Control's TP was still on cooldown. And they punish before he's able to get back in position. A nice rotation from him. He ditches the center lane before he's threatened by the Stampede, kills mid tower, and now he's back to farming bottom. But NiP utilizes Radiant Advantage. Take this top tower the next time, set up for a gank on Nisha. That's going to be your move. Yep.
And they can keep adding a lot of pressure to do this push. Fada knows that Zai is just down here on bottom lane. So it's quite an easy kill off for him, as there is little to nothing that Zai can do. No mana, no defense, no hope.
Nice game. This is both teams, I think, executing their game plan. NiP sitting comfortably with all 3 cores on top of the net worth.
Nisha thought he may have actually been safe. Mind Control doing his rotation with the Wrath of Nature kicking through. They find that bonus damage. Grabbing Nisha just before he hits level 6, 5 3/4.
Yep, perfect play. That's exactly how you want to play Prophet. Make your first move mid as you hit 6, make your second move top, and that's 2 towers collected, no problem. This is the sort of advantage Core Prophet gives you, but capitalizing on it, that's the difficulty, and that's part of the reason the hero doesn't see as much play anymore. Games are going much, much longer, and Prophet will start to fall off once you hit that 30-minute, 40-minute mark.
Mid 1's getting aggressive on the Weaver. 3 hits, and already Saksa knows he has to sit behind the tower. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Frostbite over on Puppey. Another jump forward. Fada gets his 4th kill of the game. Meanwhile, Weaver does die underneath the tier 1 tower on bottom.
Good movement from Secret Nisha. In the meantime, popping a meta just to farm this triple camp in the Dire Woods. Should be.
Certain this is the fight that Zai is really looking for. With the tree summon, they see mid 1 out. Okay, it is. Jumping forward, using the Stampede for the bonus movement speed. Ace will be here as well to help out Nature's Prophet. Mind Control having almost impossible time to get away. Puppey gets in range for the +2, but it's the Boundless Strike that hits into towards Fada as Yapzor controls him, holds him there, and then into the Wukong command. It's the defense notion here from mid one to try and survive and get himself down towards the shrine. The regeneration will keep him alive and deny the kill to Fada.
What was Fada? Like, Fada beeline towards mid, but that wave was already pushed. He gets his team killed because he ran over a Dire Observer, but there's really no reason for him to rotate mid. He's the Huskar. He's the pressure. And that leads to now your Prophet just getting stampeded on.
They find Zai up on top lane, so Prophet will catch Puppey inside the jungle. Zai was just able to walk off everything else, but it's the follow-up from Yapzor and mid one. Gonna punish Mind Control, so you can get this kill over onto Puppey.
Dude, mid one's Monkey King on another level, man. It looks like you're playing against an anti-mage, but he has a stun and that team fight spell. And you can see Fada walked in, and now he's in the center of the Wukong, and you just don't play Dota anymore if you're Huskar.
Sox is getting some time on bottom lane without any kind of pressure from Team Secret, so he's playing catch-up for the moment. While PPD and Ace want to continue their pressure on top lane. They don't want to give this free space towards Zai. Even with the Frostbite, seems like Ace as well as PPD, they're very uncertain if they really want to go for this. Mind Control begins his TP now. At the same time, Monkey King comes onto the tier 2 tower. Oh, that's a long dive in. Nice doppelganger. Dodging Zai's hoof stomp. So Ace able to find the kill, but man, he is deep. And Yapzor wants to try and find the kill of his own. He stole doppelganger away from Ace. Ace will need a little bit more time, but with mid 1 arriving, Boundless Strike off cooldown. They'll pick him up, they'll throw him down, and +2.
Dude, Yapzor kill steals everything. It's funny because I talked with Sunby and Puppey a bit. And they it's a meme within the team that Yap always takes the kills. And they don't mind because they know he delivers, especially when he's on his signature Rubik. But he is so selfish.
Mind Control's in trouble if he doesn't get out of here right now. The jump forward from mid 1, the slap down, and the global silence. No way for the Crystal Maiden to lend that Frostbite and buy the space to TP out, so she'll just do her own TP.
Perfect silence from Puppey. Literally caught PPD mid-animation with the Frostbite that would have saved his friendly Prophet. But alas.
You mentioned when we were looking at the draft until the Huskar picked up that there needs to be a hero who's able to pick up the Spirit Vessel. And Zai, I guess, Sucks' job, it seems. He's actually got the Urn of Shadows. She's not getting the Spirit Vessel.
You really need it against the Huskar.
Yeah, against Huskar. Yeah,
you like having it on the team, but someone on Secret's going to look to get that ASAP.
Yeah, it was Zai, sorry, the other way around. He got the Vanguard instead of actually getting the Urn up.
Yeah. I don't mind that, though. Crimson is so valuable. We talked about all the friends that NiP had, not to mention how Huskar attacks very quickly, of course. Crimson Guard nullifies almost all of NiP's damage. They have next to no magical outside of the CM and the Prophet ult. So I really like the item choice. And once again, that's like kind of Zai's niche in this team where he's more of a 3.5 and always goes for those proper, sustainable team fight items to keep his whole squad alive. Not just himself.
Yes.
Looking at you, Yapzor.
It's a team game, right? PPD, he's going to find Puppey. No, Puppey gets the curse off. And PPD just has to run away. Well, Huskar, no! They can't clip him up, but what they can do is they can get the Boundless Strike down and the Wukong command. No way to escape back out again. And Yapzor, stealing the level 4 Crystal Nova, kills PPD with his own ability.
I once again question what Fada's doing there. Like, as soon as PPD's caught, ditch. That's it. And you can look at the warding placed as well for the preemptive. Just the way Secret plays. They're controlling this area of the map. They're walking through the wards, and there's just now 5 heroes. They had no hope. Weaver, Prophet, PL, no one's there. And you can't team fight Secret. It's the same as the previous game. They have these easy win ultimates. Silencer ult, Stampede, Monkey King. You can't contest these as NiP.
Yep. I'm wondering if NiP are able to do the same thing we've seen from Team Secret, which is just like know when to cut your losses, know when to change your plan up. Because at the moment, it seems like NiP are just doing the same thing 3 times in a row, and 3 times in a row, Team Secret continue just to bring back the advantage. In fact, they've gained it in experience, even if they haven't reclaimed it in gold just yet. But mind control, maybe this is one way to do it. They look towards Roshan.
We would have liked to have made this move before losing all the heroes that they did. Fada already up to 5 deaths.
Can Team Secret contest this? Like, Nisha, he's not ready for a TP at the moment. He can have mana by just popping the 1 charge to get over, but maybe Secret are not even realizing this is going on. They are well away. So yeah, this belongs to NiP. Aegis the Immortal in the hands of the Huskar, a very much needed item for any Huskar player.
I mean, I don't think you can contest that if you're Secret, but you're content with the way this game is played out. You don't have any towers yet, but you're only 2,000 gold behind. Bounties are going to spawn. I think they're going to look to control both of the bottom ones. Just keep stalling the game. It feels like I'm watching that old Secret that almost always was in a finals. Yeah, they might be behind the lanes, the mid-game, but they always have a plan, and it feels like methodically they're grinding away to a win. And there's a big smoke by NiP. This has got to work.
Yeah, but look at Puppey's position. Mid-one's position as well. Sucks is there for the rune for 15-minute mark, and now maybe the Beatles able to connect. They will clip onto YapzOr, but mid-one's fine up in the tree line. And YapzOr just walks it off. They don't find what they're looking for. So they'll have to force the fight underneath the tier 1 tower on bottom lane. But this is when you see Team Secret's warding. They see the west, they see the south.
And this is where they want to be fighting. They couldn't defend the previous towers because it's profit. It's 6 to 8 minutes into the game. You give those away. But now you stop the momentum in its tracks, capitalize on your superior team fight, and try and take this engagement.
It seems so easy to slow it. Like, you just curse. Now, mid-1, he'll drop down, hits the Boundless Strike. Fada, he's got to get outside of the Wukong command, and he's able to do so as the Wrath of Nature bounces through for mind control. Team Secret cop a little bit of damage. They burn a lot of abilities.
No MCs in that little corner, though. You got to be careful, but the Monkey King ult's down. Stampede as well.
Sending more illusions, using Sprout to scout out mid-1 as he bounces around the tree line. But this all seems just to create space, because I'm looking at Nisha pressuring the tier 1 tower on top. He's had a lot of space to farm. Zai was doing the same type of thing in mid. And it's NiP who are the ones to fall back. Ace heads towards the top. Mind Control's got the mid. Yes, the tier 1 tower falls on bottom, but how many times have we seen him feed the beast? Zai, he'll get his TP off in mid. Mind Control has no disable for it.
He also has enough gold for the blink, so he's going to wait 6 seconds and pick that up. And it's all about just being methodical. Yeah, you don't take the fight bottom, but think about how much time they bought with those ults used. They force NiP to back away from their big timing, Diffusal and Aegis Huskar. And now you have a Blink Centaur. Nisha's got a lot more space. He's got level 2 Sunder now. And they're just slowing the pace of the game, trying to waste this Aegis of NiP. It's really cool calls. And here comes the smoke.
Yep, Team Secret looking for the hunt. The Blink Dagger available. YapzOr moves forward. Looks like a smoke up from NiP as well. They were, I believe, out of range. Yeah, they are out of range of that Dire Observer Ward, so it won't be scouted out. They see Puppey in mid. And they need to be able to hit the Nova and Frostbite. And that's what they will be able to claim. Or will they? Stampede. Okay, now the Frostbite's used. Puppey tries to charge forward, but Fada just gets the jump off.
Yeah, he forgot Zai had his hands on his keyboard. He hesitated for a bit there. If he had just kept walking away, he would have lived for sure. Stutter stepped a bit.
YapzOr slowing down the push in mid. Level 4 Fade Bolt makes life very, very difficult. I love how he's not even trying to steal anything from Fada, but the Wukong command from mid-1 right around the tower. They already break the Aegis of the Immortal. Mind Control as well. He thought he was in a great position, but he was surrounded by Team Secret. A double kill for Nisha.
Man, I hate to keep bragging on the guy, but why is Fada playing bottom side of that tower?
Like, pieliedie will die as well. They wait for Puppey to come in range. Another +2. Affected by 10 intel steal.
Your only fear is Monkey King Ultimate right now as Huskar. You cannot be caught in a position where not only are you going to go down, but you're still in the middle of Wukongs. There's no Force Staff on the Radiant side. They don't have an Ags up yet on Saksa. There's no real save for you.
And Nisha just found himself a double damage rune, so this mid push will come even faster.
That was a silence for top. Oh, that was so good. He prevents the Weaver ultimate.
And
now
they get the
find
kill
PL.
onto mid.
Man.
So mid one's able to claim top lane. Ace was a little bit too close as well. He actually got last word, but still continued to walk in. It really feels like NiP are in disarray. They do not know how to deal with this Team Secret lineup. Like, it doesn't even matter what the draft is for them. Like, now, Stampede away. Zai knows he's low on life, but with the distance he'll create, the regeneration, not to mention all the health he's got, Zai will easily survive.
I mean, just look at the way NiP itemized. They went all in for this phase of the game. Drums, Solar Crest, a Diffusal on PL, a Rush Ags after Earn on Weaver with no boots. Their whole concept of the game is walk over towers, get early Roche, and have such a suffocating lead that they can just walk into base and spam spells. But you're at a point now, Secret's team fight is out of control. You're going to have no chance at winning a fight for the second Roche, and mid one Monkey King, that's crazy. Seems like the only one that can make this hero look actually very good.
He's playing around with the Wukong. He does not want to commit this for the Weaver because there's not enough control. Right, Global Silence doesn't do his job. Dire scanning out. Just making sure this is, I think this is the third time I've seen Team Secret do this, where they just scan up the hill as they try and do these aggressive wards inside the Radiant jungle.
Oh.
Just making sure they get it. Mid one, up on top. There's the leap away, and the pounce down, and the leap back up. Again, this is one maneuverable monkey.
Yeah, and he almost always goes for the Tree Dance cast range for that exact reason. You have more mobility than any other hero in Dota, and even though they know he's in the trees somewhere, might as well be anywhere because that leap range is just bonkers. Because it's on the cast range and like the activate range. So as you can see, like you bounce down, bounce up, and you're 3,000 units away.
Well, they're jumping again. They found my... No, they don't find Jack. Mid one just bounces away, and now they look for a better target. Yapsor runs in, able to get the pickup, throw down, use the Crystal Nova to slow him up. Ace will have to doppelganger himself out, but damn! The damage, they just turn on the reflection, and you know which one's real instantly at that point.
Yep. It's part of the reason Rubik is so good against PL is not only do you steal the magical damage spells, but you can amp the damage that the PL and his illusions take, and that double edge starts to hurt.
Oh, the chase continues to go on. Yapsor sticking up with PPD. The Nova return. Nisha turns around looking for his own kill. Nisha will claim this one. No KSing from Yapsor on that, even though he did try.
And it's just so cool. These teams, like they're both good. They're both trying to execute their concepts. Secret giving up the tier 1s very early, but looking to capitalize and take both mid and top down ASAP because that's what opens up Roche for the Dire squad, and they need that to go down before that second Roche spawns. And, yeah,
let's have a closer look at that, I guess. This is for people who do not have vision. Mid lane, the chase is coming in. A nice slap down and the global silence. No way for the Huskar to fight. They're caught inside of Wukong, picking up the PL and throwing him in. How many times must Secret have a flawless fight? It just seems it's like second nature is breathing to these guys. And PPD slaps down a double kill for mid one. This is punishing.
It's like watching 5 fishing boats swarm out to try and take on a tsunami. There's just nothing you can do. Secret runs in.
Extend the nets. Oh, drag.
They pop all their ults. You see the Crimson Guard? It's almost like just a display of dominance. Like, what are you going to do, NiP?
Yep. Sox is looking towards the mid. Reflection turns on, but it's on bottom lane. Where it's mid one and Yapsor playing around with mind control. The tier 3 tower has been dropped in the mid lane in the meantime. But that's 4 hits, it's up, and mid one, 2 hits, 1, 2, Yapsor.
Of course. Of course.
My God, this man. It's a team game, but he needed his Blink Dagger and an extra 500 gold.
Once again, though, like, how crisp is that? The 3 heroes mid get the tier 3 and get out safely before the respawns come in, while the Monkey King and Yapsor hunt down a Prophet trying to hide out in his trees. It's just advantage everywhere you look for Team Secret.
And the fact there was like no answer to it. It's like, okay, well, they should have their numbers split. Like, there should be a way that NiP can defend their high ground. Have they got the resources to do it? And nope.
Nope.
They just make sure that Nature's Prophet cannot start relieving the pressure for NiP and create him some space for that PL to get into late game.
Yeah, PL late game doesn't even win this game up against Centaur, then with the return talent.
Here goes NiP again.
They look at the circle just drawn though by Yapzor. He knows what's up.
They have no global silence for 15 seconds, so even if he knows what's up, like does Mid1 want to get in on this? He'll bounce up. They avoid the swarm. As Roshan, very low. There's a quick curse, but Roshan killed by the Radiant. Anyway. Fada has the Aegis, the Immortal. And the cheese is in the hands of the PL. Slap, Yapzor, pick him up, has an over. Global silence out once more. They actually waited for the global silence to come up before they took this fight. And Fada, the Aegis will shatter, but it's in the backlines up next towards Roshan. Doppelganger Ace must use it to get away to safety. But I think PPD is kind of dying to curse at the moment. He had to commit a lot of abilities to give his teammates the space, and they're giving him an urn charge. He'll be able to survive, and the Trunk of Boots will kick in.
Man. Just again, even though that fight doesn't go optimally for Secret, you could see there was an understanding that they were going to kill the Huskar. They look for the Weaver in the meantime, and immediately bolt as Huskar comes back up from the Aegis. Like, they're never overextending, and they're limiting NiP's ability to punish. Because if NiP can get those couple kills with ults down, they can start pursuing, but
they're going
it's
again.
a big if.
Yeah, so he's got Shukuchi. He moves so fast. He's even starting with Yule Scepter to allow Mid1 to get the jump in, and then the extra control with telekinesis for PPD. They drop down the sentry. Yapzor, Shukuchi off cooldown. He'll just keep running. Mid1 will keep bouncing, and support in the meantime is on the way. Nisha will arrive. He'll leave the bounty room because he doesn't care. There is money in heroes and not just investment in banking. They look for even more. The reflection, we stop for a second to breathe, and Ace, he drops down quickly. If it wasn't for the cheese, he'd be dead. The slap down, Yapzor trying to get in range with a blink dagger. He picks up the Weaver, throws him down. He's looking for the stun over on top of Ace. Instead, they just combo at Weaver, able to get him this, but what they really want, they want that PL. They want him dead. Reflection turns on again. My lord, this damage! Huskar, he's under his tier 4 towers, and they don't give an F. They are going to take him out, no issues at all. Turn towards the mid-racks. They need a creep wave. They're battling through backdoor regeneration. Don't worry, Yapzor's got it.
The pursuit, like, the way they play is insane. It's like the Tide. They kill the Furion. Immediately, Yapzor and Mid1 somehow escape as the entire team of NiP tries to close in on them. And then Secret's just like, hey, we're here, guys. And you see Mid1 just leap right back into the fray.
Yep.
Wait for their spells to come off cooldown. They got all their ults up as the fight went on. They didn't even have to use the global silence. Another DD on Nisha.
Yeah. There's just no threat of damage against them either.
Yeah, it's a great point. There's no burst damage. There's no way to actually threaten any of the cores because, once again, Secret's in this position where they're just unkillable. They have Centaur with 3,200 HP and a Crimson Guard. TB's got 25 and a Sunder, and we've seen Monkey King, yeah, maybe Mid1 doesn't have that much HP, but how do you catch him?
Yep.
He's Tarzan.
And when you want to start doing damage, Poppy just burns Global Silence, and they never take a fight, like a big team fight, while Global Silence is down. Like, the fact they let Roshan happen because they knew they would still be able to take the fight directly after. It's like, okay, we're not going to give them the advantage, because if they take the fight to try and contest Roshan, they potentially lose the fight, lose Roshan, and then lose the control of the game. That's what I think is even more scary as I just watched Team Secret play. They are never in that position where you just question if Team Secret is in control. Even if they're not in control of the game, they're always in control of their own actions.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I think that that's critical in this current meta where you need to have an understanding of how your team is going to win all the way through the draft to the end of the game. And you see a lot of teams that have good ideas, but they don't necessarily understand, like, why are we going to win? Like we saw in the game J-Storm played, right? Where their itemization didn't really link up. You've got some people going for a massive team fight, then you've got someone going for a boss in the shadow. They don't really understand how are we as a team going to close this out. Secret, they get it.
Secret get it even more. Like, they're getting a halberd onto Zai, so then the attack from Huskar will be completely, well, stopped. Yapzor is almost completely off his Aghanim Scepter because, hey, he's Yapzor. Mid1 actually went for Butterfly. He went for Echo Saber, Desolator, Butterfly. So he's just trying to hit real hard to make sure he can't be hit back. And Nisha's the tank. Yep. Like, it's his standard item build anyway. Like, he's not breaking the norm at all. He feels very, very comfortable.
I mean, there's no magical damage on the side of NiP. So if they just keep itemizing for evasion, for block, for armor, raw HP, there's nothing you can do to take them down.
Good Observer Ward and Sentry. They're seeing Nisha farming inside their own jungle. And again, I say good observer on Sentry. I don't think there's anything they can really do about it. He just walks off. Doesn't take long for Monkey King to get over either.
Meantime, 3 heroes of NiP sit inside their base. Fata, unfortunately, all the way in 6th. The net worth Socks actually breathing down his neck in terms of net worth.
I think they're trying to set up a gank up on top lane. Like Ace as well as Mind Control have just been hanging around. They're hoping that just one person's going to feel like they can take the farm. But with PL Illusion showing up on top lane, yeah, there's both Puppey and mid one holding hands. There are no easy targets, NiP.
And closing on the next Roche spawn. Secret just continuing to starve the map. I don't think they feel any pressure. And this is the benefit of having a TB where the lanes are going to shove constantly. They have the mid racks and TB Illusion's bottom. There's no real way for NiP to move out on the map because once again, where's their reach? Who's the initiator? How do you actually find a kill on either the 2 submarines or tanks, whatever metallic armored vehicle you'd prefer, and then Tarzan swinging through the jungle stealthily, waiting to strike at any moment?
You want the armored tank, you need the armored bug they had previously with that Nyx assassin, and get like at least that was able to get information. But you're right, in this game, like it's what, Crystal Maiden? No. It's sort of Weaver and like
the Ags first Weaver.
The Ags first Weaver, which I think just has to be for the crazy high ground defense of, hey, we can hit the timing on this just as well. So like we have our own Sunder available through the Weaver.
Yeah, it's just such a tall task. You can see NiP, they're desperately trying to move out on the map.
They found a target. They found Zai. But they've got to
jump. Or
jump.
did Zai find them?
Very good question. Post on forward, a quick double edge, and now, well, they use that Aghanim Scepter of the Weaver just to repair the damage, but the pressure is coming in through the rest of Team Secret up on top, and Zai just, they have been, it was 3-on-1. It was 3-on-1, and it's like, nope, 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 and nope.
And this is a great photo of a bunch of lions trying to attack a hippo. Reminds me of that scenario.
That's one very thick hide.
Indeed.
Okay, Shikuchi again for Big Absol. Reposition and high movement speed is something he always loves.
And I like what Secret did here. Second Roche is spawning as Dire. Like, just count it. You play this top shrine area, you place vision, and you sit here. And at a certain point, NiP's going to be like, shit, guys, Roche is spawning. We need to address that. They're going to walk straight up the high ground and into certain demise.
There's no way they could do that. Like, if they do that, they lose the game. But then if they let Roshan happen, they lose the game.
Yeah.
So
you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Indeed.
And you got double butterflies up. So Nisha completed his. You got the one over on mid one. Aghanim Scepter's over on Yapsaw as well. And Zai is, well, yeah, he's 130 gold away, 1,300 gold, sorry, away from completing up his harp. And that doesn't take him long when he's got control of the entire map.
He went for the strength talent as well. He's just so tanky.
It's just gonna be like strength and return. It's like, okay, boys, I'll kill the tier 4s. Let me just stand here and please hit me.
Yep. And I'm just happy. I feel for Puppey last couple of years. He hasn't been where he wanted to be. He sees himself.
They had it for a while though during the last DPC, but at the very beginning.
Not
and then,
really.
And then you reach the DreamHack Major, and after that it kind of just trickled down.
They had a draft advantage at the time. Ace was utilizing, like, it was the first time we saw Arc Warden. Lone Druid was good. He had a Meepo game. And like, they closed out these really cool drafts, and they were able to take a tournament, but that was still when a lot of teams were rusty. They didn't have the staying power, and I really think this team is one that's going to be able to compete for what Puppey wants, that TI championship.
Like today, though, you were saying something very similar about Nisha's hero pool. Like
yes,
Terrorblade, Morphling. It's very much the same type of line again. Yapso is going to initiate in on the top lane, so they're already looking to kill off the Huskar, while on bottom lane, Zai, you know he's going to stampede away, but it's the top lane when the kill will happen. Bada going down, Zai begins to TP. Does anybody have a stun?
No. Not a single hero has a stun, Toby. And I was wondering if he would realize that. He did with plenty of time to spare.
Yep. And now Nisha, just from range, attacks in. A 3-man curse. Sure, why not? Keep him slowed up. There's Global Silence still available. Terrorblade has his Sunder too, and mid one is preparing for the leap in. Reflection hits again, everything slows down. Nice little cut from Mind Control. At least he's able to get rid of the trees of Monkey King, but then Global Silence is out. The slapdown is there. No way for Sasuke to escape, and this is really the game. Like, they cannot get rid of Team Secret. This is an infestation of NiP base.
Just wait till the more friends come out from the Monkey King, and all of a sudden, the Wukongs will go down.
Let's just chugga as Team Secret looks to win the game. But Team Secret, they have displayed this high level of patience. Okay, you buy back the Weaver. That's great. We'll reset. We have 2 lanes that are pushing our way right now. The third one, it won't take that much longer. And Nisha waits for Metamorphosis. 77 seconds. He gets a regeneration rune because, hey, why not? And Yapzor is able to steal... Okay, he got Wrath of Nature. Sure, let's add more damage into Rubik.
I just like this. You could probably end the game there if you're Secret, but why? You know, it's a 98% chance of success, whereas you can just back off, set up for this next Roche, and then go bottom. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Sox is walking out. He's just on the edge of the vision of the Observer Ward. But Team Secret, they just beat the crap out of Roshan. Not a lot Weaver can do for it. Like, he can potentially swarm in a second. Goes for the 35-minute bounty runes, and now Yapzor's just like, yeah, guys, this guy's stealing my runes. That's my money.
Look at Zy middle. Sup, boys?
Are they killing themselves yet?
No, but
he needs the gain return aura, and then we're cooking with gas.
You know, it's not as good as you think it would be, just because it uses your own strength on the return aura. I love this though. Yeah, here we go. Just kill the tier 4s real quick.
The heart remains active, so he doesn't really care. The more damage he takes, the better it is. Kind of hilarious for a hero who has 10 armor to do such a thing. There's the Wrath of Nature bouncing through from Yapzor. Able to use the time lapse nice and quickly as Ace wants to charge forward. What do they actually steal? It's actually time lapse. It's the Aghanim's time lapse that Yapzor's got. He just does all the damage. Side back to full health. They jump back in again. And now it's freezing field for Yapzor that he'll steal too. Huskar's on the front lines, but it's a 3-man slap down with a boundless strike. No way to escape. Yapzor lets it go. His defensive Fuel Scepter up. PPD will die as well. A quick jump forward, but he steals the life break and jumps back into the Huskar. How much can you buy out? Oh, this is punishing. This is punishing. GG, like all good teams do. It is NiP going down 2-0 to Secret. What a round for Secret. It has been a flawless victory for them today. A 4-0. First against J-Storm and now against NiP. They look hot.
They were the favorites coming into the event, and they've done nothing to demonstrate that they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That was crisp, clean. I'm personally looking forward to listening to the panel, especially BSJ, talk about Dota that, let's be honest, they're never going to be able to perform like this, but it's great to get to watch.
Really? Yeah. You of all people want to make that kind of comment?
I knew I was just throwing you a softball. Thanks for that one, though, Toby. I'm glad I get to be here with you.
BSJ, tell us how